let's talk about what is next in sugar reduction. So we know that governments are tightening regulations on sugar. Beverage companies are trying to increase the innovation to reduce sugar in the formulations. Consumers are changing the attitude to sugar, but as well to the sweeteners. And recent studies and publications regarding sugar and non-sugar sweeteners provoke considerable debate regarding this topic. And all this shifting the focus towards healthier, sustainable, and value-added solutions. So what specifically is happening with regard to consumers in this area? We know that consumers are willing to have more natural solutions against artificial, and that's how they vote for the more natural formulations. So the development of more sustainable biotech solution to produce natural sweeteners is actually enabling to find those solutions to be implemented in the recipes. And in this case, we are talking about stevia, Reb M, Reb D, new qualities of stevia, mogrosides, rare sugars, allulose and Tagatose, sweet proteins like brazine and dalmatine and monolin being produced through biotechnologies. One example of those technologies would be precision fermentation. And precision fermentation is something new, which is not the traditional fermentation which consumers know, which also provokes debates among the consumers, but we are seeing more and more consumers finding more benefits in the sustainability of precision fermentation, and sustainability becoming one of the drivers to become or to get this consumer preference. So let's now have a look at the sugar reduction market and what kind of sweeteners are evolving and are expected to grow in the next 5-6 years. We are clearly seeing that the trend is going to support the naturally occurring sweeteners, and you see them on the left side of the chart when we are talking about sweet proteins, rare sugars, and monk fruit. They are still niche, but they provide high growth and high value. We also see on the right side of the chart that stevia, which is being currently an established sweetener, as well as FMP, they are high growth and high value area. I just wanted to mention, to give a little bit more detail with regard to Tagatose, because Tagatose is not mentioned in high growth and high value area, which is on the left. And there is explanation for that, because Tagatose currently will be labeled as added sugar in the US as a declaration. And we are waiting that FDA will be lifting this labeling from Tagatose, which will be similar to allulose. And that will be a very good start for Tagatose to be implemented in the formulations first in the US. So the price analysis of the sweeteners shows that natural sweeteners still have a challenge to compete against sugar. And we know that when formulating natural sweeteners in the recipes, we always target to be at least at the level of sugar and not to exceed that, or sometimes even to compete with artificial sweeteners. But that's a challenge. We are currently seeing that stevia is making a big progress to close the gap in cost and be comparable to the sugar, thanks to technology and scalability. And we are anticipating that in the next 5-6 years, we might see that monk fruit, rare sugars, sweet proteins will follow the trend and close the gap, at least to sugar, thanks to the biotechnology and possibility to scale them and to make them available for the more recipes and formulations. On this chart, it's a combination of everything which we see on the market, starting from ingredients, technologies, and coming to the consumer expectations. And this landscape shows what we are having today and how the market potentially might develop tomorrow. And here, I just would like to give you example of sweet protein to explain how to read this chart. If we stay with sweet protein example, so sweet proteins, from technology point of view, they are combining artificial intelligence and predictive analytics or computation with biotechnology, being primarily precision fermentation, to produce those sustainable and high-intensity sweeteners, which meet consumer expectations like better for the environment, plant-based, vegetarian, low glycemic index.